The next thing we look at is the arrivals, and these would be the people we expect to show up today: Louis Smith, Louis Pinard, Alfred Wallace, and Michelle Perpinal. If Alfred Wallace shows up and we try to check him in, and we find that unfortunately room number 4 is not ready, and we have the choice to override, or we can also assign that person to a different room. So we said OK, and now that person should show up in the list of current guests. There we go. Now Alfred Wallace shows up at the bottom of the screen here. Other mishap that could happen would be the stand-up, where people make a booking but never show up, and you can click on the name of the person and try to give them a ring if that's appropriate. The thing to do would be to cancel those bookings, which obviously are not going to materialize. So you click on and then it shows up here. So let's have a look at some others which didn't eventuate. And so forth. Another quirky situation would be the overstay. That's someone who said they would check out on a particular date, but they're still here the next day. In the worst case scenario, they would have sneaked out through the back door without paying their bill, or they just enjoy the place so much they want to stay more. You have to be sure they don't collide with other bookings that are in the system, or if they do, you might reassign them to a different room. People may want to charge certain extras to their room, so you click on the charges column, and you see that, for instance, Kathy has used the restaurant 4 times, and you could go to charges menu and add, for instance, movie hire, and save, and we can have another look, and now we have it here at the bottom. Finally, let's talk about departures. Here we have a list of the people who are supposed to leave today. If I click on checkout, I'm reminded of 3 things. Has the account been paid? Has the guest removed their belongings from the room? And has the key been returned? I'll just cancel that for the moment. And let's say that that person wanted to pay their bill. So I click on this column here, and it shows me their charges. If I go to invoice, we can choose Alfred here, pick guests, and this is a copy of their invoice. And so they checked in on the 25th and are checking out on the 29th, which means 4 charges at the standard rate for the room, plus various room service, restaurant and coffee shop, which brings a total of $425. If there was anything wrong with the bill, you can correct that by going into bookings